Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala nabiyyina Muhammad. So there was a question asked, which is a very in-depth question. And the scholars have been asked this countless times, many different scholars of Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah wa ghayra Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah. Anyhow, ala kulli hal. The questioner says, if you could advise me, it would be greatly appreciated. Something that I've noticed amongst the Salafi youth, especially in the West, is confusion regarding the free mixed universities, which has caused me a great amount of troubling thoughts. Some Salafi brothers I know went to university and ended up fine. I know others who warned me against it completely, and we know the fatwa of the scholars who prohibited these things, which are based upon the Quran and Sunnah. However, at this current time, for my specific situation, it is hard to navigate due to the pressure from my family, as well as the fact that I am financially dependent upon them. I do not mix in university as much as I can, and I stay away from the opposite gender and stay with the brothers. But I still want a way out due to the fatwa of the scholars. But my parents say that I am disobeying them, and because of this I will earn their displeasure of Allah, and that I won't be able to do anything about an education, as many countries only accept qualifications for visas, which is true. So without going into all the depth, there's still some other things that our brother is mentioning. So as you said, that the scholars mention, because of the concept of ikhtilat, of mixing, free mixing, is muharram. But also knowing and understanding from the scholars that this muharramat has different types. There's muharramat tahrim wasa'il, meaning the means. And this is what this follows under. That, yes, ikhtilat is muharram, but there could be a haja. And then with other masail, other issues, there could be a darura. So we're going to cut as clean as possible in a short, that ultimately, if there is a haja for you, meaning you need this education for your education, so you're not just a garbage collector, which is nothing wrong with a garbage collector, but maybe you have different aspirations, not just aspirations, but you have different needs. Maybe a garbage collector is not going to make enough money for you as well. Also, under the circumstances, if you're living in America or any Western country, really any place in the world, almost, except for maybe the Taliban, maybe even Saudi Arabia has ikhtilat now, kind of not as wild as possible. So ikhtilat, or this mixing, is everywhere. In our society, for example, my job here in the school, in the prison, in social services, in all my jobs, full ikhtilat. My boss is a woman. Who's under me is a woman. The side on me is a woman. Everyone is women, almost always. So there is two things probably in that scenario: a haja and a darura. There's I have a darura to be employed and so forth. But no doubt, at least we could say a haja. Because yes, I could probably work as a garbage collector, but it wouldn't be enough to support my family. So I couldn't do it. Or even garbage collectors, they make good money. But I'm just throwing out examples. The point is there is a haja. And if there's a haja, then as long as you meet other shurut, other conditions of, as you mentioned yourself, you're doing everything possible to not mix, you're not, out there flirting, you're trying to sit with the brothers, you're trying to protect your deen in order to get your education, then inshallah ta'ala, there's no harm on you. There is a haja, there's a need, but it's still the asl is that, mixing is muharram, but there's a haja, there's a need. So you're not getting a sin from that, as long as you are trying to observe the boundaries, and Allah Ta'ala knows best.